Hello lovely people, welcome back. Okay, so today we are going to do an interval training workout. So we'll be using the 4 moves that we learnt in the foundation moves videos, but we're going to be progressing on them a little bit and building them into something new and throwing a couple of others in the mix as well. If you were along earlier, you may have seen that this video was I did have a different video up here, but it was terrible quality because I didn't realise my camera had actually basically packed it in midway through, and now I have a shiny new camera, so this should all be good, hopefully. Okay, so a couple of reminders. I will be reminding you about alignment as you go through. If you haven't done the foundation moves and you are very new to working out, it is worth going and checking out those videos because it does tell you the exact things you need to be looking for when you're doing squats, when you're doing lunges, when you're doing crunches, okay, and push-ups, all of which we're going to be using today. I will be using alignment cues as we go through, but don't hesitate to stop the video, go back again, just make sure that you're doing all these moves safely. As we go along, they will get a little bit tougher as the different variations happen through the video. So don't be afraid to just stop and just repeat the first one 4 times through, or 3 times through, or twice, whatever works for you. Or to just do the first 2. Really listen to your body. It's much more important that you're able to come back tomorrow or the next day and do this again, rather than to really push yourself and end up not being able to do anything for about a month. Because I have done that and it's not good, it's really not good. So be easy on yourself, listen to your body, and don't be scared to do the modifications. That's what they're there for. Okay, cool. So we're going to start with a little bit of a warm-up. So just beginning with some nice shoulder rolls. Nice and easy. We're going to be doing push-ups today. So for the first 2 rounds, we're going to be doing lunges, squats, deadlifts and push-ups. Just going back the other way. For the second 2, we're going to swap out the push-ups for some crunches. Nice big circles. Give yourself a little shake out. Might want to hold on to a wall here for a little bit of balance. Just swinging those legs gently. Tummy stays nice and tight. And again, these might just be really little moves to start you off with. It's not about pushing yourself as quickly as you can go right from the beginning. It's all progression. Nice. Okay, coming to a stop there, and we're just going to go into a little jog. Just very gently. You can shake your arms. You can be doing this just as a step and a step, and that takes any impact out of it whatsoever, which is always really handy, particularly if you're on a really hard surface and no shoes. Obviously you are free to wear shoes. I don't like shoes, so I choose not to. It makes winter really hard. Shaking out a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more. Let's take it up a little bit. Let's go a little bit quicker. Again, stopping where you're comfortable. And let's have some squats. So just gently, so I'm sticking my bum back, my knees are remaining behind my toes, and this is just still part of the warm-up. So we're not going too deep, we're not pushing too hard. And then we're just going to come and step to the side. And with each of these side steps, we're going to take it a little bit bigger, and we're going to use our arms. Now again, you might just be going here, and that works. Whatever works for you. Tummy tight. You want to be challenging yourself, you want to be pushing yourself a little bit, but you do not want to be pushing yourself to the point where you're injuring yourself. So always take it a little bit gently the first time through these workouts, and you can always push yourself a bit more the next time. And coming to a stop. How are we feeling? Warmed up? Cool. Okay, so I even have an interval timer. It's it's an old phone. It works. Okay, so we have 4 sets. We're going to be going, we've got 4 rounds, sorry. There's 5 sets of 5 sets of moves in each round, and we're just going to go through the whole lot once. Okay, so it's going to be 20 minutes total of work, then we're going to do our cool down at the end. Remember, stop where you need to. Alright, are we ready? We're going to start with a squat. And here we go. So we're sitting back in that invisible chair. You might even want to have a chair behind you. Toes are lifting off the floor, or not lifting, but they're light. So that you know that all the weight's in your heels and your knees are behind your toes. Tummy stays tight. Doing good. We are over halfway through. So we've got 45 seconds of work, 15 seconds of rest. And it'll go quick, I promise. Almost done on this one. And there it is. Perfect. So we're going to go into our lunge. We're going to do one leg at a time. So left leg's forward, right leg's back. Getting ourselves in position. You might be up here, and that's absolutely fine. So if you are here, you're just going to dip back, making sure that knee stays behind those toes. If you're back here, exactly the same thing. That back knee is coming straight down, front knee staying well behind the toes. Tummy's tight, just gentle. Down and back up again. Tummy staying nice and firm. That's where your balance is coming from. You might want to have a chair or a wall here, just in case you do get a little bit of the wobbles. I tend to, but it's usually because I'm talking. 10 seconds. And stepping forward, nice. Getting set up on the other side. So again, you can have your little lunge, you can have your nice big lunge. No jumping around, just that back knee coming straight down. Now, away we go. Nice back, nice and straight. Gazing forward. Over the halfway mark. Doing good. Ten seconds. That back leg should be beginning to burn a little bit by now. They both should, really. Coming forward. Okay, new move, deadlift. Tight tummy, flat back, a little bit of softness in the knees, and all we're going to do is lean forward. Then using our quads and using our hamstrings and using our bum, squeeze. Here we go. Squeeze. So making sure that back stays flat all the way. Tummy stays tight. And your knees are soft, so you're not turning it into another squat. You're leaning forward, pulling up through the quads, and giving the bum a little squeeze at the top. Almost there. Keeping that going. You kind of feel like one of those little mechanical wood choppers, don't you? And up. Well, that might be just me. It's possibly just me. Awesome. Easy. Okay, so we are down to a push-up. So with the push-up, we're going to start with box. So hands are under shoulders, knees are under hips, elbows come out. Now that might be exactly where you want to stay. But if this feels easy and you want to challenge yourself a little bit more, hips come in line with the body and pushing up there. So make sure you're not gazing down like that. You're keeping your gaze gently forward so that you're not putting any strain on your neck. Tummy's staying tight. Almost there. You can also do these against a wall if the box push-up isn't too comfortable for you. Over there, up we go. That is round one done. You've got 3 more. So we're going back to our squat, and we're going to do a little pulse squat to start off with. So all that means is we're not going to come all the way up. We're going to stay down, Ready for it? Down we go. Rather than coming up, we just go doof, doof, little wee pulses. Squeezing the tummy, knees behind toes. If you need to straighten up and give yourself a break, that is absolutely fine. Little wee dips. Keeping going. 10 seconds left, you're almost there. And up. Okay, so imagine what we're going to do on the lunges now. Yes, pulse lunges. Left leg comes back. So we're going to do the same. We're going to stay nice and deep the whole way through. And just little wee dips. So ready? All the way down. 2 little wee dips at the bottom. If you're up here, dip, 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 dip. Whatever's working for you. You might even be up here. But wide as you can, deep as you can, dip. Less than 30 seconds left on this one. Hands to hips or hands to prayer. Nice straight back. Ten seconds. Almost there. That's burning, I can feel that, I can definitely feel that. Swap, getting set up on the other side. Ready for it. And away we go. Dip, dip. Keep that nice straight back, nice tight tummy. Keeping going. So we're hitting full body with this workout. It's got legs, arms, tummy, back, whole lot. You also have your heart rate should be getting up a little bit, even though we're not jumping around loads. We're using loads of muscle groups. We're working with a lot of body weight, so should be feeling it. Under 10 seconds, really good because I can really feel this. Yay! Right, push-ups. So, just as a reminder, if the box push-up's a bit tough, you can grab yourself a handy wall, pushing up here. Otherwise, down we go. Box. So my bum's staying in the air the whole way through box. My chest coming down. Otherwise, a little bit further forward with the hands, nice straight line, away we go. So if you can, maybe do a couple of these ones, which are 3/4 push-ups, and then come back, do a couple here, give yourself a break, and then go forward again. And that will just challenge you to slowly build up your strength, so you can be doing all of them as 3/4 push-ups, and then move on to full push-ups. Up we come. And I forgot the deadlift, so we'll come off and we'll do the deadlift. Yeah, I'm shocking. Right, okay, so remembering with your deadlift, nice tight tummy, nice flat back, little bend in the knees, down and squeeze, down and squeeze, and squeeze. Nice and steady way. I thought we were halfway through then, so I'm skipping moves out in the middle. It's quite shocking, isn't it? If this feels really easy to you, and really make sure that it's not hitting your back, you can hold a bottle of water here, or a couple of books, and just add a little bit of weight to it. And that's just going to work your hamstrings and your bum that bit more. And we're almost done. That's round 2 over. 2 rounds left. Okay, so we're going to change things up a little bit. So with our squat, we're going to do squat and twist. Squat and twist. Now if you want, you can reach. Here we go, we're off. And that just turns it into a little bit more of a stretch. So that back foot, as you twist, comes up onto the toes, making sure that you're not putting too much pressure on the knees. So just making the movement as small as you need to. So it can just be there, twist just the top of your body, and not working through the legs at all. But if you're doing that, make sure that leg isn't moving, you're really solid. And as always, make it as shallow as you need to. Coming to a stop. Okay, into our squats, lunges even. So I'm going to do step back lunges. So left leg's forward, right leg's going to come back, step, keeping that bend, step, keep the bend. So we're not swapping sides. Again, you might be there, step, still working. Otherwise, back and deep, or as deep as is comfortable for you. Keep the tummy tight the whole way through. Flat back. Under 20 seconds. This is actually easier than the pulse. They were killing me last time. And one last one, can I squeeze one more? Perfect. Then we're going to go to the other side. Tight tummy. You ready for it? This one should be getting your heart rate up a little bit. Or even a lot. Right, we ready? Other leg comes back. Step. Step. Now I think I actually didn't stay bent over in the last one, as I said we were going to. So I won't make us do it on the side because that would just be uneven. It sounds hard. Keep going. Under the 20-second mark. Make sure that back knee doesn't hit the floor like mine did just then. Squeeze the tummy. Really good for your balance as well, these. One more. Yes. Down to the floor. We've got another new move. So instead of the deadlift, we're going to pop on our backs. We're going to have our feet as close to our hips as we can. And what you might want to do is just tilt the pelvis. So all you're doing is pulling your spine down and pulling the tailbone in. Otherwise, you can curl right off the floor. So try and keep your neck in line, so not looking to either side, and curl up. So you really work the legs and the bum here. Otherwise, like I say, you might just be here and little tucks. Just little pelvis curls. And you're still working the same muscles, still squeezing that bum, still using the tummy, just slightly less exaggerated. Cool. Stay there. We're going to go for our crunches next. So, remembering from the foundation moves, all we're going to do is pull our tummy button down to our spine down to the floor. On an exhale, inhale, relax, exhale. Now if you can, stay there the whole time and keep that spine pressed down to the floor even as you're breathing. And if that feels easy, you can even take your feet off the floor. But that spine needs to stay flat on the ground the whole time. And you need to be able to breathe because breathing is good. So maybe for the first time we'll stay here, squeeze, keep squeezing. Inhale while still squeezing down if you can. Exhale, squeeze even harder. Oh, and we're done. Coming up, one more round left, you're almost there. Okay, so we're going to go back to our squats again. We're going to take that twist a little bit further this time. So So what we're going to do is we're going to squat and we're going to bring our knee up. Now, you can stay with the previous twist or you can squat, knee up. If you're bringing the knee up, make sure you actually are bringing the knee up and you're not doing this, because that's going to put strain on your back. So you squat and the knee comes up. And what you might do is just this, perfectly fine. That works. Rather keep your back straight and just lift your knee a little bit, then crunch down and put your back out of alignment. And of course you can still be doing twist, twist, or even squat, twist at the top, squat, twist to the top half of the body. I could have doing very little there. Okay, so we're going to do curtsy lunges now. This has got a little bit of a twist to it, so if your knees aren't so good, just go with the step backs that we did last time. Otherwise, I'll do it facing you. Bring it across. So I'm starting with left leg coming back, right leg standing, and I'm bringing it right across and behind. So left leg's going right across and behind the right leg. Nice and gentle. And of course, you can be going just in line, little dip, come back, or you can just be doing the step backs, directly back that we did before. Otherwise, swing it round. And we're just changing the way that we're using the muscles. Nice. Off to the other side now. So again, you've got your three choices. You can just be stepping back, you can be stepping slightly across, or you can do the big swing all the way. Again, this can be, here we go, quite tight, quite hard on the knees. So do what works for you. And it's our last lot of lunges. Then we're down to the mat one final time. Almost there. Tummy tight. Nice deep breaths. And done. Awesome. Back down to the mat one final time. We're going to get ready for bridge. So again, you can be using those pelvis tilts, just or curling up, squeezing through the bum, relaxing down, exhaling up. Only one exercise left after this. We're so close now. This is awesome. Almost done. If you're getting tired doing the full bridge, just come down to your pelvic tilts. And we're there. Okay, awesome. Last lot of crunches. So remember your different variations. Either on an exhale, squeeze the spine down to the ground. Inhale, release fully. Or holding it down the whole time. We're away. Exhale. Inhale, hold. Exhale. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Inhale. Exhaling. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. So either of those. Or, if you want to push it a little bit further, making sure your spine can stay on the ground, lifting those legs up and going back to your squeeze. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Inhale, making sure the back's still flat to the floor. Exhale. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And that's it. Awesome. Well done, guys. That's brilliant. So we can stay down here. Why not? We'll stretch out down here. So extending one leg along the floor.
And the other leg, press your heel towards the ceiling. If you can, grab hold of it. You might be holding just onto your trousers there. What you're going for is a bit of a stretch in the back. Swap sides. Hopping down, we'll bring ourselves up. And if you couldn't quite get the stretch then, that's all right, because we're going to do it now. Inhale, crown of the head rises. Exhale, lean forward. Now, you might find that by bringing your toes back towards you and just sitting there, you're getting plenty of a stretch. That's perfect, stay there. Otherwise, reach forward as much as you need to. As you can see, I am not super flexible. That's about as good as I've got. Relaxing. You can put your feet however feels comfortable to you. And we're just going to bring one arm across, stretch gently there. Other arm across, make sure you're grabbing underneath or rather above the elbow, not on the elbow. You should feel that into your shoulder. Releasing. Right hand comes down, left hand reaches up and over. And swapping sides. Really push into that side, which you can really feel the stretch. Releasing. And then we're just going to take right hand to left knee, crown of the head rises, keep the tummy nice and tight. Release, we'll go over to the other side. Releasing. Okay, so you've got a couple of options here in order to stretch out your quad muscles, the big muscles of your thighs. So you can do it kneeling, which is quite good if you've got some balance issues. And you just pop, okay, so in this case your left leg back and press your hips forward, square them off. And you might want a cushion underneath your knee if the ground's particularly hard. And you might feel that already. You might already feel that stretching there just by taking it back a little bit from your hip. If you don't, you can bring that foot up and you can put a strap around it, just a belt or something like that, and pull it towards you. Or grab hold of it. You can also do this standing. Obviously it's a little bit more wobbly on your balance. Releasing, you can swap sides. So bring that left knee underneath your body, right knee goes back a little bit, and square the hips. And again, you might feel that already, I can feel it a little bit. Bring the foot up, grab hold. And you're just going for a stretch through that muscle there, on that leg obviously. Almost done. And release. Okay, that is everything, lovely people. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this. Let me know if you like the interval training format. Would love to know your thoughts on it, what you'd like to see more of, or what you'd like to see different. And I shall see you next time. Thanks very much. Bye.